So, who am I? I am Scott DeSalvo. I'm an injury lawyer, and I grew up in Chicago, working class guy. I've been working since I was 13 years old, and various jobs. And I worked my way through college and law school, and I have spent my entire legal career representing injured people. That is where my sympathies lie, and that is definitely what I have dedicated my career to, just representing and helping injured people. And it's now 20 years on. I've been doing it for 20 years. Here we are, and kind of that's what we're doing. That's what I do with my career. I help injured people. So I've got a short video for you to watch. I think it's important because it's important to me for you to know why I do what I do and why I give away all this information for free and why I've dedicated my career to injured people. So please just take a minute and check the video out. So I grew up working class. We grew up on the south side of Chicago, not a rich neighborhood. It was like a lower working class neighborhood. And my dad was a truck driver. And so when I was 9 years old, my dad got catastrophically injured at work. And nobody really graduated high school in my family. We didn't have any college grads. We didn't really have any a lot of people didn't graduate high school. I mean, neither of my parents graduated high school. And so when my dad got hurt that bad, he was in the union, but the union kind of sold him down the river. They weren't helping him. They threw him out of the union after he got hurt because he couldn't pay the union dues. So they didn't protect him at all, and nobody in the union wanted to help him. And my dad hired a lawyer who didn't do a very good job on his case. Didn't call him back, didn't explain things to him, didn't help him, didn't want to teach him anything. So literally my mother and father were in a really bad position. I mean, they didn't know anything about this. They'd never had a lawsuit before, and they didn't have like professional friends. Like, there was really nobody who could or would help my parents. They were kind of stuck with what they knew, and the lawyer that they hired really wasn't interested in them or their case. And before my dad got hurt, he was full of life. He was a very physical guy. He wasn't, he wasn't a guy like me who went to college and enjoyed reading books and had, interests like that. He was a physical man, right? He liked going out and doing things and fixing things, and he would paint and worked on our roof and did our plumbing. Like, he was a physical guy who liked to go out and have a drink with his friends and stuff like that. And after the injury, he couldn't do any of those things. And he didn't have somebody in his family to protect him and explain things to him. He didn't have anybody to help him or to tell him, look, do this, don't do that. He didn't have anybody like that. And his case went on for 17 years, literally 17 years. And we were broke. I got my first job when I was 13. My brothers and sisters were the same way. My mom had to work at a factory, and it was like literally no money in the household. And I saw what those injuries and what that frustration and what that injustice, I mean, it was a legit injury. I think of any of it, it was the injustice of getting hurt that bad and having a lawyer and nobody would help and nobody cared. And that's a sad thing. It's really true. A lot of people get hurt these days and nobody cares. So I think that's why I am so engaged and emotionally invested in trying to help injured people, to make sure that what happened to my family when I was a kid doesn't happen to yours. So that's a little intro, but I got to tell you, I'm going to shock you. In my 20 years, when I started out as a young lawyer, law school doesn't prepare you for the fight that you're about to enter when you do injury work on behalf of injured people. And, I was a smart kid and I studied hard, and I was a quick study once I started practicing law. So I did a lot of things right, but early in my career, I also did a heck of a lot of things the wrong way. And I can tell you, after doing this, representing injured people for 20 years, I've learned some really important things. I learned about who really pulls the strings in every injury case. I've learned the two parts to an injury case that no one will tell you about, and the 5 things you have to do and the 5 things you should never do after a car crash. The fact is, I discovered how car accident cases really work the hard way, by getting beat, by being embarrassed, spending a lot of time and money studying this stuff until I got it all figured out. But the cool thing is, you get to cheat and get it the easy way. Now, you can do it the hard way if you want to. You can trust the system, but that's probably not a really good idea, and you'll find out a little bit more about that later in the seminar. You can hire some TV lawyer and hope that he's legit, hope that he actually practices law or that he's even licensed in Illinois. Or you can rely on what your friends or family tells you to do. That's not always the best if they're not lawyers or they don't really know how the system works, although a lot of people think they do. You probably want the easy way that gets you paid everything the law says you're allowed, avoid getting cheating, and get a break from the hassle of worrying about it all. Now, in the past year, and pretty much every year for the last, 10 years at least, I've settled more than 100 cases for injured people, even on cases that I wanted to go to trial, because I know how to put the cases together now, and I know the things that are important in these cases for you to know to get the best possible outcome. So I've been settling cases great guns because I'm putting them together the right way, even on cases I wanted to try. But if they're offering you absolute full value on a case, and the client wants the money, you can't go to trial. Thanks for watching. If you or anyone you know has been hurt in an accident and needs a lawyer or even just has questions, give me a call anytime, day or night, at 312-500-4500. You can call me anytime, day or night, and the consultation is free. That's 312-500-4500. Or if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I made 2 great tools that really help people out that you can use for free on my website. The links are in the description. The first one is called the Case Cash Calculator, and it tells you what your case might be worth. The other is called the Good Case Calculator, and it tells you whether you might have a good case or you might have a case with some challenges. The best part is that they're 100% free to use on my website, and it only takes you 20 seconds flat to answer 7 multiple choice questions right off the top of your head. And then you get custom information about your particular injury situation fast and for free. So check them out, links in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel. I release 2 new videos every week, and this way you'll get notice of them. And if you have a question you'd like answered in a video, just leave a comment with your question in the comments section. Finally, if you enjoy my videos or if I've helped you in any way, I hope you'll consider doing me a favor. Injury law is a very competitive field, and I like having a small independent firm so I can help people who need it. People really rely on Google reviews when deciding who to hire, so I hope you'll consider leaving me a 5-star review on Google. It only takes a few seconds, but it's a favor to me that I would really appreciate. The link is in the description. You just go to that link, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit, and you're done. Once again, I hope you and your family are well, and if anyone you know needs an injury lawyer or has questions, please send them my way by calling 312-500-4500. Thanks again for watching. Take care.